right, let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I am pumped right now because the wide receivers are finally about to run. I've been waiting for this all day. Usually, the wide receivers actually start running like they're the first ones to run. We don't get the tight ends first or quarterbacks, next. We get the wide receivers first. For some reason, they switched it up this year. I don't know why, but they did. Maybe because there was some high-profile guys here, and they just wanted to do that. I have no clue, but they're doing that. But anyway, the wide receivers are about to start running the 40-yard dash, the thing I've been waiting for all day. Man, I told people I was going to go live at 9:20, but I forgot when the combine starts. Then I said 9:45, because I'm thinking, okay, the combine starts at 10, so 9:45. Then I had to think about it. I was like, no, it can't be 9:45. It has to be 10:15. So I put that number out. And then all of a sudden I found out the tight ends were running first. So I said, okay, well, when the tight ends should be done around like maybe 11:30, then I'll do it. I put that out. I put 12:15. Man, I done put so many different times out there that I'm so pissed off that basically I didn't even get to do a live until what the time is it? 12:30? 3 hours later, basically. I'm so pissed off about this, but finally they're gonna run. I am so excited right now. Things that I've done, the study that I've done with most of these receivers in this draft class, just going down the list. Obviously I haven't studied them all, but for what I've seen from some guys, let's start with Calvin Harmon, okay? Reliable go-to guy. He doesn't have the great speed, but somehow he still creates separation. And really separation morally comes from having quickness and being a good route runner with your quick feet and your body positioning and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that he's really good at. But he doesn't have the speed, but he does have really, really good hands. He's reliable, like I said, so that's pretty good for him. Then we have a guy like a Penny Hart or whatever, right? And I'm just doing random names here. Penny Hart. He's a smaller guy, but he's not overly quick or fast. So in a 40-yard dash, I'm not expecting him to run like a great 40. But somehow, because he's not quick, he actually kind of runs pretty good routes. I'm talking about open field quickness, where it's just when the ball's in his hand. But his biggest problem is that he can't separate off a press. You press him at the line of scrimmage, and he gets jammed up. So it is what it is. I'm not the biggest Penny Hart fan. More of a guy that probably should be a slot receiver than anything, but it is what it is. Then we got a guy like a Riley Ridley. Physical, tough, good hands, speed and route running, yak. It's all the things that you look for in a receiver. So Riley Ridley may be the sleeper of this draft in terms of he's not going to get chosen in the first round, and he actually may not even get chosen in the second round because there are other guys that are bigger that can be a little bit more high profile that may get the slight edge over a guy like a Riley Ridley. There's a lot of receivers in this class that are 6'3" and taller. And I think that's like amazing. And this receiver class is low key better than what people give it credit for. Like last year, it's just a little bit of a better class. Like I said, you're going to give it credit for. People are going to say that it's not there's no number one receiver in this draft class. There may not be a true there may not be an elite number one, but there's number one receivers. I've seen some guys in this draft class that can be. So we're going to see when we see these 40s. 40s are not. They're not that important to me, but what the 40-yard dash does do is just give me a speed barometer. It gives me the chance to sit there and say, okay, what I saw on film was a guy that may have been this fast, so if he runs a 40 at that pace or faster, then it's like, oh, yes. If he runs it slower, then it's one of those situations where you're just like, if it's not significantly slower, then you don't care as much. But if it is significantly slower, then it does make a big difference. So I just putting that out there. Greg Dortch, another name, just another guy that I studied recently real quick. He's fast. He's not a great, I'm not going to say he's not a great route runner. I'm going to just say that in the scheme that they went at Wake Forest, he didn't run a lot of routes. But his best games were against inferior competition. So it's one of those things where you got to pick and choose there. He doesn't really get separation, and he has to be a slot receiver. He has to be. And the 40-yard dash is about to start. I'm not going to turn the camera over just yet because the first person's not even up there. Real quick, Deebo Samuel doesn't run a route tree, but he's tough and physical, and he's definitely a slot receiver in the NFL. Then Jamal Curtis from Syracuse. He's a height, weight, speed guy. Has solid hands and route running ability. He's one of those guys that he could be better than in the NFL than he is in college. So here we go. Miles Boykin just had a 43-inch vert and 11.9 broad. I literally just looked at his tape this morning. He is a good route runner, height, weight, speed guy, which you see he's about 6'4", 220. And we'll see what about his speed, but he has good hands and good ball tracking skills, ball tracking ability. And that's just, let me go back because he messed up. But ball tracking ability is when the ball is in the air, he is really, really good at just seeing where that ball is going to land. And he goes up and he gets it. And he knows, you know, how to position his body to catch it, how he wants to catch it, whether it's going to be overhand or underhand or overhand, whatever over the shoulder, whatever he wants to do. He's really good at doing that. So that's my big things when it comes to a guy like him. So we'll see. But Miles Boykin, really, really good. Really, really liked his tape from what I saw this morning. Saw 2 games of him, and I just saw, and then, like I said, he has really good route running skills. So here we go. He's running. 4.47. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I told you. Height, weight, speed, and the boy is a route runner. He may have put himself up there. I'm not saying he's going to be first round, but he's going to get some second round consideration. Wow. He is an explosive guy, and that's what you see on tape. You do see that some explosiveness, but the biggest thing is that route running skill, and then he runs in the 4.4s, and he has a 43-inch vert, and he has 11.9 broad. Man, that is huge for a guy like a Miles Boykin from Notre Dame. So now we got A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is one of my favorite receivers, and the guy after him is my favorite. But A.J. Brown is one of my favorite receivers in this draft class. You gotta slow down. Gotta have that hand up for 3 seconds before you go. Come on, A.J. Come on. And they're showing the picture.
We took a picture in the booth before the combine, Rich.
Wow, look at that. A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf. Just absolutely ripped. Absolutely ripped. But I like AJ Brown. I expect 4.6 or high 4.5s. So we'll see. If he runs like mid or low 4.5s or in the 4.4s, that's going to be like huge for him. But I'm expecting high 4.5s, 4.6. He's going though. He's pushing. High 4.5s, 4.57. That's what I'm expecting from him, a 4.57. What's going on? What's up, Public Enemy? They just started the wide receiver joints. Who was the first guy that went? Miles Boykin. He just ran a 4.47. And A.J. Brown is the second guy going with this 4.57. So it's looking pretty good. That's what I expected from him. You know, high 4.5s. Nothing really. I didn't think he would run faster than that, but I think it's a pretty good time because even DeAndre Hopkins ran a 4.57. So we'll see what happens with Hakeem Butler, who is my favorite receiver in this draft class. I actually kind of don't care what he runs, but he ran a 4.49. He just, to me, solidified himself as the best receiver in this class. I don't care what nobody says. Car racing. Public. All right, get out of here, Public Enemy. I'm not doing that. No. I am a draft analyst type of guy. I scout college players, and that's all I do. So I'm not doing no car racing. I scout NFL prospects. That's what I do. If you don't like it, you know, I don't mean disrespect. You don't like it, but you can leave if you want. I don't mean disrespect you, but that's not what I do. So I'm not a car racing fan. And a 4.32. Wow. 4.32. Sorry about that. Anybody watching the playback right now, talking about some turn to car racing. I don't watch NASCAR. Not that NASCAR is not a good sport, but no, I don't do that. I'm going live. This is NFL Scouting Combine, so
Steve, they use them. They give them a lot of those shovels.
4.32. That's what I expected. I really do like Paris Campbell. Didn't get to see much tape of him yet, actually, which is kind of crazy. I forgot to watch tape. I've seen a little bit of stuff here and there, so I can't give you the best like scouting description of him, but that's a really good time for him. And these guys are flying out here. 4.51. This is another guy. I just named him actually. Jamal Custis, Syracuse, height, weight, speed guy. Solid hands and route running. Solid route runner. But that 4.51 is huge for him because he's a 6'4" receiver. So haven't watched Johnny Dixon at all.
Deceptive speed. They don't look like they're moving, but they're moving pretty fast.
But haven't really watched much to him. Probably watch him later or something like that. But I'm gonna just let him be right here. I'm gonna kind of let the video play for itself. I'm not gonna say too much. I was so excited about the other guys coming in, and that's crazy. 4.41 for Johnny Dixon, another Ohio State guy running a fast time. So, but right now, until a bigger name receiver comes up, then I'm gonna start talking. But right now, I'm gonna just let it go.
So we can fall in love with the 4.4s, but Michael Thomas 4.57, Hopkins 4.57, Juju 4.54, Devontae Adams 4.56, Antonio Brown 4.57. A lot of the best receivers in the NFL fall in that 4.5 range.
You're absolutely right. And the guys who run extremely fast and teams fall in love with them, you don't really hear about those guys.
He played his home games at the Hall of Fame.
Wow. They're running out here.
A lone pioneer.
Good time.
4.46.
Fly sweeps. He breaks a ton of tackles. He's a tough kid. Study.
It's the Tom Benson Stadium.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Javon Durant.
He's a speedster too.
Florida Atlantic.
5'11", 160.
He's a little longer.
Not a big fan of that.
Only 160 pounds, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge there.
He looks just like a regular guy.
He better be quick if he's 160 pounds.
You don't want to get hit.
He better run in 4.3s.
Some more as well, and then he'll get into a good system, and they'll get him lifting weights, and he'll start to gain some weight. I mean, when I came out, I was only 176 pounds myself, so now I'm 195.
A darn good-looking 195.
That's what AJ says as well.
Not the best time to run when you're 160 pounds.
He might run a little bit faster than that. 5.5.
He's a little nervous though.
But
I think he'll do better in a second. When they brought him back,
even as a receiver, when you run in a 4.5s, that's still pretty fast enough.
This is an
So
player, Jazz Ferguson.
once you get in that 4.6 range, it's a little dicey. But
From Louisiana Tech, who's
man,
about as kind of a late first or early second round pick. This is his brother. It's a hulking wide receiver. 6'4.5", 227 pounds.
good time.
Jazz.
4.5 flat, really good time at the size. When I say good time, and it's like a 4.5, and then I say bad time for another guy, it has to do with their size. If you're under 200 pounds, you run a 4.5, I don't like that.
He's great.
So,
Dominion's Travis Fulgham.
6'2", 215. Sorry, I said I know I said I was going to let them just play, but some guys are coming up.
Right in the range.
4.58.
We were talking about a little bit earlier.
All right, so we're going to see. It's about a group of guys coming up right now. Terry Godwin, not his biggest fan, and he should run in low 4.4s, high 4.3s. Maybe he can get low 4.3s. Who knows? But that's what I'm expecting from him. For what I've seen on tape, the dude is fast. But I think that what he did at the Senior Bowl is not indicative to the type of player that he was in college. So.
Right up to the top, if you can't be honest.
Kyler Murray, not the only Major League Baseball draftee here today. He was a Braves 33rd round selection. Could you imagine if you're sitting around the NFL draft and it's 33 rounds? My gosh.
I think we probably would get kicked off the air. We get a little looser around round 6.
2016 draft, Braves 33rd round selection.
He had a great week at the East-West Shrine game, culminating a big-time game as a slot receiver.
What's that?
4-6 flat.
Yeah, he is a troll. I don't know who that guy was, man.
He's gonna play inside.
I really don't know. Is he like a YouTube type of troll person or something?
Shot being taken live.
Cause that was ridiculous.
Chris Ballard.
Here-
In the larger suite, I mean, you can
Like if you can honestly see it say live and it says wide receiver 40s. Like what are you
By the way,
on here
Army and
for?
Bucknell are tied, apparently.
Emmanuel Hall, 6'2", 200. He had a really good vertical jump and broad jump as well. So hopefully with that explosiveness, he's running in the 4.4s and 4.4 flat. Another live stream. He was there? Really?
Drew Lock has a huge arm. Tough to overthrow this dude.
Live stream. He was doing the same thing. Wow.
He's just not real polished.
Yeah, that's
He's a
stupid.
route runner. He's a pure-
Thank you, stop motion.
I mean, we all come out of
That's ridiculous for real.
That's part of the process. That's why you get to a good team.
That is really ridiculous. Thank you.
It's just kind of expected.
Yeah, the other thing is just some drops and some double catches. So we'll get a chance to see him work out today, see how he catches it. This is one of my favorites right here. This as a kickoff returner, as somebody that can take the top off the defense.
Oh, yeah, fear him.
No problem. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Nicole Hardman of Georgia.
Steve, when he gets out in the open field, it's like watching
Thank you.
a bunch of rowboats try and catch up to a speedboat.
I gotta read. I was reporting them real quick. I gotta read that. No problem. I just stopped by. Have a great day. Good luck with chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Kills pursuit angles. This is
Thank you so much. Put this live chat back on. Okay. All right. Anyway, I just reported him. He's an idiot.
Still made it up.
So, wow. 436. He's flying. He is flying.
Got to open it up a little bit.
He is flying.
Also, he got a little right.
These receivers. Let me tell you something. The slowest person here was 160 pounds,
Might be his own.
and he ran a 4.55.
Okay.
Besides, actually, AJ Brown ran a 4.57, but
Charlie.
AJ Brown is 220. So you know what I mean. But like, based on their height, weight, and you know that person was the slowest. So now Calvin Harmon, really like him. 6'2", 221, almost 6'3", 6'2 and a half.
Steve and Charlie.
Steve Smith and Charlie.
Once you get your offhand up, be still for 3 counts, okay?
I feel like I missed a couple of guys.
Back real quick, these Georgia receivers that we're seeing so far, and we're going to see the rest of the day when Ridley runs. Think about context of what they're dealing with. At Georgia, it is a run-first, heavy run offense, and they're going to get the ball a lot more. Those guys don't play in the spread. Imagine what they're.
I didn't see what Godwin ran
And coming up,
because of that troll,
the body types of N'Keal
that situation.
Harry and little Jordan Humphrey. Those
Shoot.
guys who don't rely on
Well, they're gonna come
speed,
back and run
they're
again.
cover downfield with their length.
Good call, Charles, on the
He's running.
Georgia kids. It's just
4.61.
not a lot to go around. Kel
Exactly.
Farmer, wasn't gonna be a question with
It's
him.
the same thing like AJ Brown.
Split
It's the exact same
open,
thing.
all over the place. Physical, fights through press. He can adjust down the field. Just doesn't get a lot of separation. So it was interesting to see what that 40 time would look like.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see how his routes are. He didn't get an opportunity to run as many routes at NC State, so let's see how big.
I
his-
thought when he was routing certain routes, he was getting enough separation.
This one's important for N'Keal Harry because you heard reports that maybe he might be in the 4.7. So
Wow.
trying to get him down. You like ideally.
Hopefully he's not in the 4.7s like Daniel Jeremiah just said.
4.6 based with his skill set.
Please be a 4.6 guy.
He's also a gamer too.
Yeah.
So despite
Steve
what
Smith
his
just said he's a
form may
gamer.
be,
He is.
He plays much faster in the game. He can take a 2 or 3 yard smoke route.
Uh-huh.
and He'll go 60, 70 yards. You see that over and over again.
You watched the USC game, Steve. He catches a punt at the 5-yard line, which you know, haven't done that. You're sitting here watching, going, "Oh no, come on,
Yes.
what's he doing?" 95 yards later, it worked out okay.
But he does that continuously, over and over, 60, 70 yards, 40 yards. And he doesn't wow you with speed. He wows you with his ability to see the field, his field awareness. It's pretty remarkable what he does.
Please run a 4.6, buddy. There we go.
Great time.
4.59. There we go. Yeah. That's a great time. This is what I'm talking about. When you're seeing all of these bigger guys that are 220 pounds and they're running, you know, 4.5 something, 4.57, 4.59, 4.61, those are great numbers for them. Because what you see on tape, you don't see burners, but you see guys that they have good enough speed. So, and those times really put in perspective, you know, about those type of players and how good they actually are. Whoa. You know what's kind of funny? 4.79 from Lord Jordan Humphrey. You know what's funny? You know what's funny is that this is a guy with Lord Jordan Humphrey. I actually thought he was kind of slow. That's the crazy thing about it. I was hoping that Jordan would actually run a little bit faster, but when you look at the tape, he's actually not that fast. I think he just gets some advantage because players tend to, cornerbacks tend to play off from him, so he has some separation there. And with his natural strength, he ends up breaking tackles and stuff. And wow, Miles Boykin just ran a faster time. 4.42. Wow. Wow. Wow.
So about what we expected so far.
Who was that? I didn't see who that was.
Back with more wideouts running.
Bro, what's up?
Live on NFL Network. Don't you dare change the channel.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I know you're probably not gonna watch this a little too long. It's just a combine joint. I'm going live, so I'm gonna be here for a while. It's gonna be like maybe 2 hours, maybe I'll say just under 2 hours. I'm gonna do another video after this. I'm not gonna go live, but I'm gonna just talk, give her some perspective on a couple of players on the 40s that they ran and what I thought about them on tape and stuff like that. So
Today. Hey, Sticks, you playing football this year?
let me turn this TV down real quick. So anyway, if you're watching the playback on this, I'm sorry, I gotta hit something real quick. Okay, if you're watching the playback on this, pretty much, you know, a couple of guys have actually ran. Greg Dortch, I don't know if he was invited. Let me check my notes. Was he invited to the combine? Yeah, Greg Dortch didn't run. I don't like that. I don't like when guys don't run, especially Greg Dortch that is 170 pounds. Riding around. I'll be back though. Okay. All right, Kevin. That's cool. So yeah, I'm sorry. Greg Dortch didn't run. Don't like that. Jamal Custis. He had a solid time. Really, really solid time. And definitely he has solid hands and he has pretty good route running ability. So that's a guy that I like a lot. Calvin Harmon, you know, he didn't have the greatest time, but the thing that I like about Harmon is that he's a reliable go-to receiver. That's the biggest thing, is that he's reliable. So Miles Boykin, like I said, I literally just did the homework on him this morning. And I love what I saw. And the simple fact is that he just ran a 4.42 at 6'4", 220 pounds. Arcega Whiteside, he's at the combine. For some reason, they're saying that, well, not that they're saying anything, but he didn't run. The question I have is that, was he supposed to be part of the first group, or is he supposed to be part of the second group? Because he has the first name, because his first last name is Arcega, but his last, like, he has two last names. His last name is two names hyphenated, and it's Whiteside. So I'm not sure if he's going to be running with the second team of wide receivers, but he didn't run. Marquise Brown didn't run, but I think he has an injury. Tyree Brady. Tyree Brady's the guy that need to run. He's a Marshall guy. You need to run the 40. I don't know what was going on with that. A.J. Brown running the 40 again. at a 4.5 flat. That is absolutely amazing. Hakeem Butler again, 4.49. He is rolling. 4.5 flat. So that's huge for both of them. For both of them, AJ Brown running at 4.37 from Paris Campbell. Jamal Custis, please just have that run. Be a 4.4 guy. 4.54. But you know what? That's still a great time. Still a great time. So, who else didn't run? Of guys that I know that have been talked about. That's a huge difference. That's a huge split. From a 4.41 to 4.51.
Yes.
I heard a big group of the scouts that are in the end zone. I mean, at the end of the 40, kind of just go. When you hear that, that's a lot of buzz, and then immediately after that, I saw a lot of the coaches writing things down.
That's immeasurable, Steve.
So, who is this? Ashton Doolin?
You get all the woo and then start.
I don't know why Greg Dortch is not running.
It wasn't like just looking at the
6'1", pretty much. 215. Ran a 4.46.
Looking for him to move up on the board just off that speed.
Well, if you've got a good grade on this, if you've got a bad grade
4.43.
it's a O.
I gotta. Where my pen at? I gotta circle his name. I gotta check this out.
Yeah, Michael Thomas said we'll run really fast. Paris Campbell State was obvious.
I gotta check him out. Cause he ran really fast times there.
Unless Ric Flair is one of the
From Malone University in Ohio.
lose for Paris.
Javon Durant.
Javon Durant. The whistle.
All right, let me take it off of here a little bit. I'm not trying to get no copyright or whatever. I probably is going to get a copyright. Hopefully my video don't get taken down.
When asked about
But
not having
like I said, if you're going to watch the playback of this, you know, it's a lot of guys that are running really, really fast out here. Really fast. So
Is Kellen Moore the offensive coordinator down there?
can't wait for Terry Godwin because I think I missed his because that troll came on here and started talking.
They just get
I don't know what's wrong with that
I'm
person.
gonna say he looks 13.
I remember going through and scouting him and talking to Chris Peterson, and he told anybody would listen, he will be a future coach.
That's bad. That's bad time. He ran a 4.59. You're 160 pounds and you run that slow?
It's a good looking group of wide receivers, man.
You can see we have time to 2 sub-4.4s.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of guys running in the 4.4s. You don't get that a lot.
Second run through for the first group of wideouts. You've already seen the first group of quarterbacks. These two groups will then go out as group 5 on field for the drills. 4.46. Jazz first.
Jazz Ferguson. I'm going to check him out too. Northwestern, Louisiana.
Calling a 50-50 ball wins on tape.
6'4", 220, 227, 230.
225.
6'5", honestly, actually.
Should have. Looked pretty good too, Jazz.
Wow.
Travis Fulgham, Old Dominion, played at the Senior Bowl, had a catch for 7 yards. Led Conference USA in receiving yards with 1,083.
A lot of it happens after the catch. Tackles.
Versus 2.
I guess it's an okay time for him.
A lot of people say
You don't expect smaller school guys to run really fast. That Terry Godwin 4.6 is concerning.
Must see TV right now.
I would have thought he would have ran faster than that.
the way Baker Mayfield is unlocked.
Set him free.
Freddie Kitchens never really called it. He's never called a play in a regular season game. His entire career. Kind of worked.
Yeah. Just
Here you go.
Terry Godwin.
Wow, good for him.
It's a little better, but it's still not good.
Yeah, he's a little quicker than fast. Doesn't have that wow speed, but as a slot receiver, his quickness is what sets him apart. He's going to play early. One of those guys, I think you probably see him in that 4th round, 5th round range, Rich, but could come in and catch.
Emmanuel Hall, really good time there. I gotta check him out too.
Emmanuel Hall.
Let me circle his name real quick. 6'2", 200 pounds. 4.39. Wow. They are flying out here, man. Flying.
Looked like he was just
He's got easy speed.
Okay, 4.39 from Emmanuel Hall, and now here's Nico Hartman of Georgia, who we've already timed to run sub 4.4. As you can see, his 4.36 is just.
He's going to go under. He'll go under 4.36 on this one.
Okay, let's see. Harris
Hall
Campbell.
is done for the day too. He said, "I'm going to run this and I'm done.
So no drills, huh?
No drills."
Okay, good to know.
Me cold hard.
He's going to go have a snack.
I know the feeling.
Steve, the more you can do, right? I mean, you can analyze, you can report. I mean, there's just nothing you can't do down there.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, look, getting us information, pertinent information.
Here we go. Miko Harmon ran a 4.36. Second fastest 40.
Thank you.
Donovan Vital, she's down there on the microphone looking good. There's a Chargers scout there. Very comfortable.
Here's Hartman.
4.34.
You're right.
They are flying.
To the second better.
Damn, I ain't get out of home. What?
He's not happy with it.
I'll take a bad run like that any day.
Didn't like the way he got out, as he said. We'll see how that does stack up with the first Paris Campbell run that we saw.
Only thing, watching him run, he can't run short like that and run routes because then all of a sudden he will start to give indicators on what he's doing in the route game. So I'm interested to see how he runs routes based on the 40.
Shanahan, John Lynch earlier this week said they have not inquired about Antonio Brown and sure enough the teams that we heard about. They have inquired about Antonio Brown. The Niners are not on that list. Tennessee, Washington.
That division's turned into one of the more intriguing divisions with the Rams, the way they've emerged. We'll see what the Cardinals could reshape their organization here in the offseason. Get a chance to see around. Seattle's they've kind of rebuilt it now. It's a whole new group of players that are coming up together. A lot of you quick started.
Let it go, and it's a 4-6-4. I forget Jared McKinnon was one of the bigger off-season acquisitions last year. One of the biggest free agent acquisitions, and he hurt his knee. And we're expecting to see him back, I think, in that offense.
They're going to get the heck of it.
That time is not the greatest time, but it's solid.
Buckner, who's one of the better young defensive linemen in the NFL. You can find one in this draft.
And like I said, with Calvin Harmon, you know that he wasn't going to run really, really fast. So that time being at 220 pounds is actually not too bad.
Play inside,
You knew what type of
play
player he was.
outside, physical after the catch. And return punts for Arizona State. At that
The only
size.
thing about Arizona State guys that you wonder about is Jalen Strong came out like 3, 4 years ago. And a lot of people thought he would be a better player than what he was.
And this was the answer here to kill Harry. And the answer was, hey, he's a physical specimen.
Hold on.
Unbelievable, but he was great in the room in the formal interview. They did memory stuff with them. He recalled everything from that Arizona State playbook. They said he's probably going to run around a 4.7, 4.75, but don't be distracted by that. He went and ran a 4.59. Let's see what he does right here.
That was the same stuff I had heard too. The expectation was, low 4.7, high 4.6, and he rips off a 4.59. I almost thought after that time he might say I'm good, not even and do the second run.
But it's still a solid time. And with Arizona State guys, Jalen Strong came, and he ran like a 4.46, right? And he didn't turn out to be that good of a receiver. And so now you got the opposite of the spectrum of a guy that's going to run a little bit slower. Hopefully, N'Keal Harry does turn out to be a really good receiver. Because I like him a lot.
Self-stop.
Hang on. Stop the clock, please.
I'm cool with it. Don't worry.
He whistled himself.
Get your composure. Take a couple of juice. I'm good with it. Don't worry about
You
that.
feel like it's not a good run.
Okay.
It's going to be hard for him to run fast so after coming out like that. Turn around and run again.
I really believe the way he plays with his time, that's why he's emphasized running this for the second time. With how many defensive players in this draft in the first round, I can see him creeping into some of those teams that have some extra picks that can become very interesting. And I can also see him dominating on the outside, playing like a Michael Evans type of player.
You know how I compare Hakeem Butler to? Just to go back to Hakeem Butler, because he ran a really fast 40. I compare him a lot. Somebody said like a slower version of a Randy Moss. Wow, N'Keal Harry just ran faster.
I didn't see that one coming.
Wow, now that is a great time for him. And like I said, when you see him pull off those like huge runs after catch, and he has those big explosive plays, him running a 4.54 is not that like it's not too what's the word I'm trying to look for? Like it's not say it's expected, but it's kind of like, okay, you know what? I could see that because he does pull off those huge runs. Just to go back to Hakeem Butler, hopefully Lil Jordan Humphrey right now runs a faster time. You know what? I'm gonna wait on Hakeem Butler. Wait till this time. Wait until he runs. 4.75. This is bad, but you know what? Like I said, he's a little bit. I wouldn't say he was gonna be a 4.7 guy, but I'm not like. I'm not taken aback by it because I didn't think he was that fast as a receiver. So that was the last of the receivers from the first group that ran. The second group are doing broad jumps, I think, or something like that. So we'll see when it comes to that. But Hakeem Butler, okay? Some people compare him to a slower version of a Randy Moss, right? Randy Moss, we all know, was like a 4.32 or something like that. He ran something really. He ran in 4.3s, I remember. I wasn't there to watch the scouting bump, but I remember looking at the going on Google and seeing that. Hakeem Butler just ran a 4.49. Okay, I actually compared Hakeem Butler to the guy that they're talking about right now. I compare Hakeem Butler more to AJ Green. And the simple fact is that he ran that 4.49 just tells me it all. AJ Green is about 6'4", 210-ish. And Hakeem is 6'5", 230-ish. So similar in height, not the similarity in weight, but you do see it on the football field when he's breaking tackles and making big plays. It's kind of hard to compare him to anybody else, maybe Vincent Jackson, but there's not a lot of big, tall receivers that break a bunch of different tackles like Hakeem Butler does. So it's a little bit difficult to kind of compare him to anybody, and that's why I can't compare him to Randy Moss, because Moss was a go down the field big play guy. He was a bubble screen, slant, go route guy. You know what I mean? He was never really, or he'll run a deep in cup, or go all the way around the field, all the way over to the other side of the field with like a huge curl or deep curl route and stuff like that. Like he'll run a lot of those big routes, but he wouldn't run the intricate stuff. Like you wouldn't see Randy Moss pulling off a successful like corner route. You know what I mean? Where it was just like boom, 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 and then he hits and he's at the corner. Like you wouldn't see that. So fade route, stuff like that. But that's why I can't compare him to that, because he's not actually that type of player. But I love Hakeem Butler a whole bunch. And I'm going to go more into it when I do the video of the best wide receivers in this class. Obviously, I got to look at more of the receivers in this draft class. And there may be guys I may not see or I may forget about. I definitely will make like another video after I go through all the positions of guys that I miss, and then talk about like all of those type of players for each position that I may have missed during my time of looking at tape and scouting. But overall, what I just seen at the combine was like really, really good. There are 3 names that I circled that I need to go back to watch because they ran really fast 40s. So I need to figure out, are they good route runners? Do they got good hands? All of that. But overall, I'm waiting for the second group. This is going to be the biggest one because of DK Metcalf and stuff like that. But I'm like what I'm saying, man. And you know, if you're watching the playback, I thank you for watching. If you join me live at any point and you're watching the playback a little bit later, I thank you for doing that. I will be back. I won't be doing these field drills. I'm gonna wait until they just do the 40s. I'm just gonna talk about the 40s, but as they do the 40s, that's when I start, you know, going down the whole like what I saw of those players is, you know, how they were on the field when it came to playing college football. So anyway,